Well, folks, before I send in the, I still haven't really edited the form of complaint yet. Going up to corporate. But I thought I'd give you a little update on something that happened over was it this past weekend? Yeah, it was this past weekend. That made me decide that I'm going to go ahead and put it in the form of complaint to corporate. And that was, I didn't get put in my chair until I can't remember what time. I think it was 1:40 or 2:40. It was 2:40 because my father was still here. And, I've not been put in my chair by 9 o'clock multiple occasions since I put in the complaint. It has gotten better. I mean, I end up in my chair well around 9 o'clock. At least at this point now. And then sometimes, like this morning, I was up at 6:30. 6:30 in the morning. That's crazy, huh? Of course, today I had to go get my infusion, which meant I had to be up front by the door waiting for a handy ride, which is the handicapped shuttle bus that takes you to places within the city, right? At 8:30. I had to be up there at 8:30, and they actually came a little early. They came at 8:20 when I was on my way up there, and the secretary was coming my way. He said, "Oh, you're who I'm looking for, right?" So I wasn't supposed to be up there till 8:30. So, you know, the problem was when I got back. Actually, it was just before I left. I take it back. It was when they brought me breakfast, and they brought me breakfast at 8:05 or 8:10, something like that. It was later than usual. Usually it's at like 10 till 8. So it was a little later than usual. And the CNA that opened the door was surprised to see me in my chair. Now, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt that since I had already gotten up, maybe that was scratched out or something. But the CNAs didn't seem to even be aware that I was supposed to be going somewhere at 8:30. You know, uh, even if they weren't surprised that I was up, they should have been like, "Oh, well, you need to head up there or whatever," you know. And and the only reason this handy ride got set up was because I did it. I did it yesterday. I went and I asked the secretary if it had already been done, and she called, and evidently it hadn't been because they set up a new appointment for me. Now, I know at some point in the past, I think for this appointment, I said to set it up at 1:30 because at the time, this was a month ago, I nearly missed, let me think what happened. I have to go back a month, hold on. They had to reschedule because I'd already missed it. They had to reschedule it. I had them reschedule it for 1:30. I forget if it was last week or last month or this month. But in any case, this month that didn't happen. It was 10 o'clock. And I didn't think about it until I got there. If I hadn't have completed the form of complaint to where I was getting up, when I was getting up, I wouldn't have made that appointment either. So that's kind of why I'm still putting this in, because this is ridiculous. I have to do too much of my own stuff. How many of these people are on dialysis or something, and their appointments get rescheduled? They don't make it. How many people have I've got I was supposed to go into surgery on my right kidney in January. I'm still waiting. It got rescheduled a couple of times by this place. It got rescheduled by the urologist by accident because I had to have a UTI. It's really, I mean, yes, the it, it was by the urologist the last time, and they've had trouble getting him to call back. Evidently, this is what they're telling me. If that's the case, I don't blame him because it took so long. He said, okay, but he has to take this antibiotic for 2 days before he has the surgery. Well, they sent me the prescription for the antibiotic 2 or 3 days before the surgery was scheduled, but it takes at least 2 days to get the prescriptions from the pharmacy that this place uses. And they're like, I don't understand why they sent it 2 days, but because they assumed that you had the pharmacy available, you could just get the UTI medicine. On the one hand, I get it, If you're using a pharmacy that's 2 days away, well, really, no, I don't. I understand using somebody as a lead time. I get that. Why a pharmacy of all places takes 2 days to get a prescription here is beyond me. It took, when I had to get my amantadine for my MS, and it took, I know it was over 5 days to get it. The girl who ordered it originally, the nurse who ordered it originally, she ordered it, it hadn't come in when she finished her rotation. So she said, well, it still hasn't come in. I'll check it if it hasn't come in when I come back. So she was off, then came back and said, well, it's still not here. So she called down there. Evidently nobody ordered it. She ordered it through the person that's supposed to do the ordering. But evidently, that person never ordered the prescription. So she had ended up, I think she ordered it herself to the pharmacy directly. And then I ended up getting it like a day or two later. But she had to tell the people, look, this guy has been without this medication for over 5 days now. And this is one of his MS medications. Amantadine is, it's more for MS fatigue. I respond to it, a very small percentage of people do. And I do or did, I don't know if I still do, but I used to when I first started it, years ago. And honestly, I haven't paid much attention to see if I should have, since I was off of it, to see if I can, oh, I guess I did. Because now I'm moving my feet, and I couldn't move my feet before, so that was one quick way of checking it out. But, yeah. So I just thought I'd make a video to let y'all know that things are still messed up here. Because my last video, I said, I do like some of the CNAs, etc., and so on. And some things did get better. I just noticed. Hold on a second here. I was just saying how things have gotten better, and I looked over there and I happened to notice that they had linen sitting on my sink for when they put me in the bed. Unreal. So, yeah, things have gotten a little better, but there's still things that are messed up. One of the things that I'm about to make another video for is, because I think it's about time I start jumping onto a third-party company called Healthcare Services. They'll be in the comments. the hat thing that YouTube does now. I'm notifying them as well about these videos. But they do the kitchen, the laundry, and the housekeeping. I think that's all they do that I'm aware of anyway. And oh my God, since I've been here, it has gotten worse. And I talked to the girl who takes care of, what does she do? She's like the events coordinator. And evidently she's worked with this guy who took over for the housekeeping and laundry and stuff, and says that he's really good. Not as far as I could tell. He's worse than the woman that was here before. Now, as far as the kitchen goes, because they have a different manager, the manager change there was a positive thing, because and I wasn't responsible for that, other than the manager that was here before gave me fish, which I'm allergic to, 6 times, twice in one week. And I'm 60 years old, I've never in my life, schools, military, nothing, gotten something I'm allergic to before I got here. Even the other nursing homes I was at, the other 2 nursing homes I was at, didn't mess up and end up giving me the fish. Even by accident, until I said something or whatever. Well, probably the first time at the last place I was at, and I went, oh, wait, I'm allergic to this, that kind of thing. Because I'm not deathly allergic, thankfully. I just, I get headaches and turn red and stuff like that. So I don't want, if I put it in my mouth, I never actually swallowed. So I tried to have salmon once, years ago, when I said, I gotta learn how to eat fish. Because I always thought it was just because, and I had some salmon, it was like I put acid in my mouth. I had an immediate, the instant I put it in, I had to spit it out. And I could taste it for like, I don't know, 3 days. Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, they did. They gave me, now that I think about it, because it happened again, they gave me a tuna fish sandwich, tuna fish salad, tuna salad sandwich, I think it was, over at the other nursing home. And I tried to take a bite of it, and it was like acid again. It was terrible, and I could taste it for days. And I said, I don't know what the heck kind of tuna fish you're using here, but that's terrible, But that's what happened there. And so the manager at this kitchen over here changed after that. And it went to a female who, she's done some things, she's made some changes. And when she's here, things seem to go well for me. When she's not here, they don't. And that's why I'm going to, and she's had to talk to these people multiple times, supposedly, according to her. So, between the kitchen and what's going on with these housekeeping and clothes and stuff, I'm going to have to start getting on them as well. And I don't know I guess I have to send a formal complaint to that company also. So that's pretty much it. You can, if you're interested, you can look out for the next video, which is going to be about healthcare services, the kitchen and housekeeping, etc. And you can look at that if you want to find out what the deal is there, because that's it's probably worse in a different way, because they're a different type of company. But yeah, that's gotten a lot worse, whereas the nursing home itself has gotten better. So you watch that next video if you want to find out what's up. In the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe. Please go ahead and send me a donation, buy me a cup of coffee, send me some crypto, whatever. The information is in the description. And until next time, thanks a lot.